And we're live. We're live. We're live. I need this camera's trash, so I'm gonna just yeah. What's up, everybody? It's Ebb and Flow. You already know,
Yo,
and here for our second weekly discussion. You ain't gotta put on your Abby too.
I know, but I don't like the camera. That thing's like blurry. I might as well just put an Abby on. Huh?
Yeah, I feel you. Um, did you do get the link?
I'm gonna ask him right now.
Oh, and that's gonna be my little tagline from now on. Ebb and Flow. You already know.
Hey. Listen, ebb and flow. You already know
Yeah.
what it
Watch.
is. What it ain't.
Right. I'm telling you, we're gonna grow this brand.
Yeah, I believe you. We just gotta like spread the word, get some followers, get a
Yep.
little fan base.
Consistency. But I mean, it's a fun project. Something fun. So I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, hold up.
Actually, you know what? Feeling a little bold. I think I'm gonna keep my screen going.
Oh, he said the lights hitting him.
Oh, Danny said he just joined it.
Yo,
Yo, what up?
what's up?
What's up, bro?
I'm good. Hold up. Give me a second. Hey.
There you go. You got that
Shoot.
Apple quality.
right.
You got
Got
the
no
very
pixels.
PCs.
Yeah. New camera definitely on the list.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we can go ahead and get started. So the first topic I want to bring up is I don't know if you guys heard this week the about like the Catholic Church and the Catholic leaders who 1,000 children were sexually abused by like uh hundreds of priests over 70 years, which
Right.
is that's wild to me.
That's incredible. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Um, like, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I would say that like obviously like that's crazy. Like that's a tragedy to be honest. But I feel like that's something that has been like happening. Like, that's a reoccurring thing. Like in the Catholic Church, you hear about these like priests that are like molesting these kids and like they're just doing all these bad things. But it's like it's kind of become like a stereotype almost. And
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
it's
Like something you see in what's it called? Like Family Guy.
yeah, like and people joke about it and stuff. Like
Yeah,
really, it's
that's
such a
how bad it's gotten.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like for me especially, it's a little bit disappointing and disheartening because like I come from a Catholic household, and
Word.
like just to see like, I mean, this is at least in the U.S. It's all I've seen it being prevalent. Like been so many cases of where like these older men take advantage of these young kids, and I'm just like, it it's an epidemic. Like it can't be. This can't continue.
Hmm.
But like why does it happen so much? Like so I guess like the priests because from my understanding, priests they're not allowed to marry, right?
From what I can remember, yeah.
Yeah. So why do they go to children? Like are do they consider children like a loophole or something? Like
I
I don't know,
can't.
it's just weird.
I can't. It's a very weird, like, fetish, if that's even the right word. Like, I don't even know how to describe something like that. That's just it's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, because it's something that happens too much. Like I guess like within that community for it to be like or with not even within that community, with like among those group of people, like among priests, that it I don't know, it's like a pathology that needs to be addressed. And like it's funny because so if this was like like Muslim what's the word? All right, so if this was like Islam, where people practice Islam, we have Muslims and stuff, and it was found out that they did this, they would be getting scorched in the media. They would be called terrorists. The hate would be unreal.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of just like made headlines real quick, maybe outrage for a day, and now nobody's really talking about it anymore. So like, what's good with that?
I feel like honestly, I don't know, like why is it that the Catholic Church, they seem to be like excused for things like that, or like the outrage isn't as bad. But I think it's just like, I mean, it's just, I guess you can call it like racism or something, like, because people would like, yeah, that's true. Like, I feel like the Muslim community would get much more of like a backlash to that, like much more of hate to them. Just if something like that happened within that community, like the hate would be like way worse for them. But honestly,
Right.
I don't know what that is.
Like maybe like denial and just plain ignorance. Like, I mean, at the same point, somebody could hear a case about this, and will be like, that's a priest. Ain't no way.
Yeah, and like,
Ain't no way.
like,
But like with all the horrible press around Muslim and the Nation of Islam, it's just, I feel like people are just quicker to accept that, and that would just catch like a forest fire. That's just the way it goes, I think.
mm-hmm.
And it's not even that, like, it's not even like it was like a one-time thing, or like, they let people know themselves. Like, this was found out. Like, Catholic leaders covered this shit up, and like, I don't know, that's just wild. Like, thousands of children over 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the biggest conspiracies I've ever heard. I'm just like,
Yeah,
it stuns me to this day.
And it's probably like, part of it is probably because of the fact that, like, if you look at like Catholic, that's like a common like American like religion, or like in the UK, like it's really prevalent. In America, it's really prevalent. So but in America, like the Muslim community, that's not like really a prevalent community. So that's
right.
like a minority. So obviously it's easier to spread hate and be like, hey, that like for them to get mad and like have more of an anger towards the Muslim community because of that, instead of the more common like majority. You kind of get more of an excuse for more of a pass.
Right, yeah. Because this country was kind of founded on Christianity and everything. So, and they like, it's just gonna get a pass regardless. Like, if you say you do something in the name of Christianity, it's usually gonna get a pass.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. But dang, for some reason, like, starting the stream on this topic seemed like a better idea in my head, but it seemed like it's turned into something like really serious.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys have anything else to say about it, or we could change the topic?
I mean, the thoughts, I guess, would be we just have to have more awareness around the fact, and I just think like more conversations will do that. But on top of conversations, actions need to be taken. That's just where I stand on that.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I agree with.
All right. So have you guys seen that video of that doctor getting arrested at the airport?
Yes, I actually saw that yesterday.
The one where he's like, "You're treating me like a black person." That one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, that was wild. So I did like a little research into that, and apparently he said he did it on purpose.
Really?
Yeah, so he was trying. But it's weird because he's a Trump supporter too.
Really?
Right, plot twist after plot twist.
So is he like trying to raise awareness, or like is he trying to help, or is he just being like a jerk or something?
So like the article I read, he told the news company, I'm a Trump guy, but until the police fix this problem, I don't blame black people for being upset when they get arrested.
Mm.
Okay.
So that
Right?
shows that he knows like what's going on. Like he's aware.
Yeah,
Like I mean,
yeah,
most
people know what's
most
going
people
on.
are anyway.
Nah, they fake ignorance. They fake ignorance so they can, whenever we protest, they're like, "Oh, what are you protesting about?" But it's like, nah, you just want to ignore it.
Right, right. But
But
I feel like it's like a common thing. Like they just like people when they argue, they say like we have no reason to like act out when we get arrested, or they say like, if you just comply, then you will have nothing to worry about. But obviously, like they know what's going on when you see people getting shot or and not even having any weapons on them or anything like that. Like it then officers don't even tase them; they just go straight to shooting them. And like when you see stuff like that happen, like it's like obviously they know what's going on, but they choose to act ignorant.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't even think it's acting ignorant at this point. They just like it doesn't affect them, so why bother? Why care?
That's true.
Yeah.
Even though it does affect them, just not as much. But
And there's plenty of video evidence showing of like cases where uh cops are being called on someone who's acting wild and who's a white guy, and
yeah,
he's going all berserk and like tackling them and messing around with the cops and shit, putting their hands on them. But then they just stick the taser in or just like trying to push him down, but there's no like lethal action being taken.
Right.
yeah, I seen a video where this guy had a knife. He was this drunk guy, and he had a knife, and he was just like swinging at the officer, and they have no weapons in their hands. They're trying to pacify him like with their bare hands, trying to do everything they can. This dude swinging a knife at them. But then on the flip side, you see niggas like running away, and the cops shoot them while they're running away.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Cowardly.
There's literally like no explanation for that too, and they still somehow get it off with like paid leave or anything or something like that. Like crazy.
yeah,
Coward stuff.
and the doctor, because he's a doctor, by the way, but
Right.
he was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest. Oh, and he also had a baggie of weed on him too.
Ooh,
So he was wilding. He was wilding at the airport.
yeah.
Wow.
At an airport, like
Airport.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
funny.
saying.
That's, I mean, it's a kind of weird tactic to like feign ignorance and just like I feel like in some sense that's a little counterproductive. Like even if he did that on purpose, it's like why would you even say that? Like I
Say,
don't
oh,
know.
so you treating me like a black person?
Yeah, that comment that he made, I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that because like you didn't really gain anything from saying that. Um, you're also a Trump supporter,
yeah,
so it's like when you're in that kind of situation, cops are. I mean, he's white, so he's probably not thinking about like, he might die. But cops in that situation, cops are on you. Um, you know, trying to restrain you, or whatever. Your adrenaline's pumping, and the thing you want to say is, "You're treating me like a black person."
Like that's the idea that pops in your head in that moment. Like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, I don't really think he faked it, to be honest. Like even if he say he did, but I mean, if it made him more the wiser now at this point after the fact, then I guess like a win.
Mm-hmm.
right. I mean, I guess maybe it's a win. Yeah, I don't know if I believe him either that he was trying to prove a point. I don't know, but
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
because I don't know, like, if he's trying to prove a point, like, I mean, there's really no need for that, just because like people already understand that point that black people are treated that way in the first place. So I think that that's not really doing much for him to say that. Like, have y'all seen that video of the officer? He pulls over this white guy, or no, this white lady, and she's like really scared and stuff. He's like, hold on, you don't need to be scared. You don't need to be scared. Like, we only shoot black people, right? Like, we only shoot, we only shoot black people, right? Like, he was,
oh yeah, yeah.
so,
And then yeah, he got caught.
yeah, like he got caught.
Mm.
It's like,
And he was like, "Oh, it's just a joke." It's
yeah,
like, yo, make jokes like that, bro. Like,
you're an officer. But then, so yeah, I feel like for the doctor to say that, like, that's not really doing much, because like, there's no need to spread awareness when people already spread awareness about it, or people already know about it from like videos that they've seen and evidence that minorities are treated this way.
yeah, all I
Yeah.
can say is that like him saying that did kind of give validation to what people been saying forever. Like y'all know this shit's going on, but y'all just don't y'all just choose to ignore it. So it kind of just like validates all that. Like yeah, we knew they know.
Right. Wait, so I have a question for y'all.
What's up?
Y'all think that like all Trump supporters are like shitty people, or do you think they have like bad morals, or do you think some of them are like,
I feel like they want, like, I feel some being keyword, because like there's a lot of them who are just like f these black people, these minorities, and like, get them out of here, get out these immigrants. But there are some who literally want things to change for the better, but like have a misconstrued idea of how that should go about. And like at this, I don't really judge when people tell me that they voted for Trump. I'd rather just be like, okay, but like that's how I usually like approach that. Like, I'm just like, wow.
what about you, Sneaker?
Yeah, I usually I got I guess you could say I got like when someone tells me they voted for Trump, I look at them sideways.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm not sure about you yet.
Yeah.
And then like, cause one of my friends that I met here, he is well, no, he's not a Trump supporter, but he voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he voted for Trump like out of misguidedness. And this is like he's not like dumb or anything. He's not like blatantly racist or anything. He just I guess he believed that Trump was the best solution to whatever. And then you also got to understand, like, people who vote for this guy, they're not, like he might have done, like, he might have said or done, like, maybe racist stuff to other people. So, of course, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to vote for you because you're racist. In their mind, well, he's saying he's going to help me, he's going to benefit me, so why not?
Right.
But
yeah, a lot of people just not informed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's ignorance for sure.
Yeah,
I would say that.
But yeah, I don't think they're all like racist or bad people. It's either ignorance or like misguidedness or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that for the most part. So like, y'all know Kanye West is a Trump supporter, so so like,
But
if you like look at his tweets that he says about supporting Trump, like he'll say stuff like, we need to like, instead of bashing Trump supporters, or instead of bashing people that wear the "Make America Great Again" hat, like we should all like approach the situation with love and try to like.
oh my god!
But like, okay, that's kind of like, it's kind of stupid, but at the same time, it's a good point. But
it's a good point in like an ideal world, but it's like I don't. All right, go ahead.
People automatically like associate "Make America Great Again" like with as it has like automatically has a negative connotation just because of Trump. But I mean, that's the object. That's the object of it, to make America great again, right? But so I think that's why he wore the hat. But then, I think that, yeah. But yeah, back to the question. I think I agree with y'all for the most part. Like, I just think a lot of Trump supporters are like misinformed, or like I don't think all of them are bad or are racist. But I think they do have that mindset of like voting for Trump will benefit me because if Trump's president, like it'll make things better for me. But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of like a selfish mindset to have. Because then if you look at everything that's going on right now with people, kids being separated from their families and things like that, and like now we're hearing stories about the like some of the kids being separated from their families, they're like being like sexually assaulted too.
One of the kids
By
died, I think.
what are you saying?
One of the kids died, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so let me clarify. If you voted for Trump, I don't necessarily believe you're like wrong or I don't want to say wrong, but like I don't necessarily believe you're like a bad person or whatever. But like if to this day you're still supporting Trump, like just even like off of looking off the strength of his stupidity on Twitter, like if you're still supporting Trump now, like I kind of don't have respect for you.
Right.
Honestly, that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, because like if you look at the effects of like Trump becoming president, of everything that's happened since then, like there's been some bad things happening, and I don't see how people could still to this point, unless they just don't care about, like they just absolutely hate like minorities and want them to all leave the country or whatever, and they don't care about what happens to them. Like, I don't see how you can still support someone like that.
Yeah, for sure. And then I kind of want to get back to the Kanye thing, what you were saying about Kanye. Like, we all know Kanye, like, creatively, he's a genius or whatever. Right. Or I feel like most people agree with that. Like, Kanye's ignorant as all hell. Like, let's be real about that. Kanye's no, like, he's not involved in political matters or social issues, at least anymore. Like he's kind of like the very definition of a contrarian. Like he always wants to go against the grain and stir up some controversy or something. So like, like y'all saw on the Jimmy Kimmel show, where like, because remember Jimmy Kimmel said, remember when you said George Bush doesn't care about black people? Do you think Trump cares about black people?
Yeah.
Or something to that effect or whatever. Yeah. And like Kanye was just like stumped. He didn't say anything. And he's like, all right, go into a commercial.
That wasn't really fair, like, because Jimmy Kimmel didn't give him enough time to answer that question. Like he waited like 3 seconds and they said, okay, let's go to commercial. Like I think Kanye was about to say something. He would have waited a little bit longer. Like,
but then on Twitter, Kanye addressed it. He's like, I didn't get a chance to answer the question. But he still never answered the question on Twitter.
True. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, at this point, Kanye, like, he's kind of like, I feel like he just gave up. Like, cause Kanye is not stupid. Like
nah.
Like I feel like he just gave up, and these are like he just thinks that there's nothing good that can come from like him, like being how he was like before, like fighting against the powers that be, like, and pointing out racial issues and social issues like that. I feel like he just gave up on that, like gave up on the cause just because he feels like things are how they're gonna be.
Fine.
I would say that he just came full circle. And he just keeps doing Like keeps going do the whole against the grain, being controversial, all that, to the point where we now have powers that be that are openly and admittedly like going against people of color, of many minorities and everything. So it's gotten to the point where in order to be controversial, you got to side with the people who hate minorities, and then people
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
like I get like you don't like, oh, you're tired of the hate or whatever, you're tired of all the issues, you're tired of repping it. All right, fine, I can get that, because it can be exhausting. But like, why you gotta side with the people trying to make it so divisive, and the people who like basically don't really care about you except what you can give to them?
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, that is like kind of stupid. And then like also like with what I said earlier about like him thinking that we should all just love each other, like that's a good point, but it's also like kind of like it's that like turn the other cheek mindset. Like you're not gonna get anywhere with that, I feel like. But I mean, if everybody goes by that, then like yeah, the world will be a better place. But that's not the case, obviously. So
Yeah.
not really productive.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know about Kanye, but yeah, it is what it is.
Kanye just wants that attention.
Pretty much. That might just be what it is.
Honestly, it is. He's an artist. That's his job. He has really no concrete obligation to do what is right. But, you know, at the same time, you gotta look at your human side and like have some common sense, you know.
Yeah. All right, so the next topic, have you guys seen that video of the Asian nail salon?
Oh.
I've heard about that story though.
Yeah, I'm about to send it to y'all on Instagram.
Okay.
So y'all can see it.
Yeah, I never heard about it.
Yeah, I sent it to y'all. But basically it's an Asian nail salon, and I want to say this woman, she went to the nail salon. They messed up her eyebrows.
Oh my goodness.
They messed up her eyebrows. She didn't want to pay money because they messed it up. And so and mind you, the eyebrows are only $5.
Yeah. They beat this woman up.
Right. They they went, I was gonna say Jackie Chan, but that's kind of messed up. But they went off on her.
Yeah, they snapped. Like, what the heck?
Right. It's like, and you want to know what the crazy part is? They called the cops on them, and then the cops arrested the black woman.
Why?
Exactly.
They're not paying, but like they're beating her up.
Yeah.
That is wild.
And it happened in Brooklyn too. So, like, all right. So for me right now, I stay in like Baltimore, and so like I've stayed in the hood, like a couple years ago, and like every time I go to the convenience store or the liquor store or whatever, which are on every block, it's never, it's never someone black in the store. It's always like someone who's Indian or Asian or whatever, and they never like it when you're in their store, even though they're in a predominantly black area.
Right.
It's like, I just want, like, why are they they basically take advantage of the area and set up their business, but like they're so hostile to us.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think about that video?
It's crazy. They overreacted. Like that woman. Like the heck. Like they did not need to beat her like that. And then they had no like consequences against them. Like the police, the women for not paying, I guess. But then what happens to the lady for being there? Like, and honestly, if you messed up, if I pay you to do something and you do it wrong, like I'm gonna either not pay or ask you to like redo it because like there's no sense in that. Like I paid you to do something, to do a service, and if you can't do it the right way, then like you're not getting my money.
Right. And so allegedly they also paid for their nails and toes to be done, and they did that well, so they paid them.
Mm-hmm.
But only the eyebrows they didn't pay for,
Yeah.
which were only $5. They were they were willing to pull out their hands for $5.
Yeah.
They messed up on one woman's eyebrows,
Mm-hmm.
and this whole thing just sparked up. That Jesus Christ.
Right.
I'm looking at this video, and it's just, I can't even believe they would go to this length for some measly $5 that they could just make on the client. And it's not even just that one woman. It's apparently, if I scroll along, it says beat 3 women there with broomsticks and threatened to throw acetone on them.
Yeah. I think they did. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Jesus. It just all comes back to this, to the preconceived notions that people have of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously the employee did a poor job. They don't show exactly how they messed up, because that's the least of the worries. But you know, it's obviously on the employee to do their job. And if you can't, and if you really didn't do your job correctly, then there's going to be a penalty of some sort, because that's what happens in real life day to day. It's just not fair. Like overall, it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's just crazy. Like if you think about customer service, like you did their job wrong. They didn't pay you money, and now you're gonna go and beat them up. Like you imagine going to like a Starbucks or whatever, and like you ask for like a coffee and it's like bad, and so you just end up not paying for it. And then the Starbucks employee jumps over the counter ready to beat your ass. Like what?
Yeah. I feel like, well, I guess there is like other things that like the women could have done to, instead of like before they. I don't know the full story. I don't know if they said, if they asked for like something before they decided that they're just not gonna pay. But I feel like ideally, like what could have happened is that like they realized that their eyebrows weren't done correctly, and they could have said like, oh, this wasn't done correctly. Like, can I, like, is there anything you can do to like fix it? Or maybe they could have gotten like a credit to like get it for free next time or something, or get a discount or something like that. I don't know.
There's so many ways that they could have ended this peacefully without no type of altercation, but like.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't know the full story. I don't know if they did all those things or if they just went straight to saying, "Oh no, I'm not paying at all. I'm just leaving." But yeah, I mean, I feel like other things could have been done. And
yeah, like I just want to know how it got to that situation, because if you look at the first video, maybe I should try and show it on stream. But if you look at the first video, like it's just a gang of them surrounding a woman and just beating her with a stick. That's wild.
And pulling like their hair and their clothes, and it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
But yeah, what you were back to what you were saying about how like inside the corner store, like how like the Asian people or the Asian owners or like Indian owners, they have like such hostility towards like people of color. I feel like that comes from like, I guess, a fear like inside of them. Like they fear people of color, so that they, as a result, they want to act hostile towards them so that their fear doesn't show, maybe, or so that they can assert themselves as like dominant or whatever, or maybe so that they can fear them, so that they strike fear into them, and so that they don't feel comfortable enough to steal anything or anything like that. But
Well,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
because
reason to have that fear in the first place, like that comes from like a preconceived notion of what you think of people of color. So that's
yeah,
like
and then
prejudice.
if you go, if you go into like if you go into like one of these convenience stores or liquor stores or whatever, like they're usually got like security measures, like there's like a chained gate in front of the counter or a bulletproof glass or something crazy. It's like so you guys have I mean I get like crime happens. It's like you guys have these preconceived notions, but yeah, you're gonna go into a predominantly black area and then be hostile towards your customers.
Yeah.
And they do it because they know like that people are gonna buy from them regardless because it's convenient. You know, they just like they're just taking advantage of it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's just wild.
Yep.
Um,
I'm trying to find the tweet that you put out posting talking about the link so I can like retweet it, promote it so people could like watch us or something. Let me see.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, so you you guys interested in Donald Trump again?
Oh, let's talk.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
All right. So y'all know this week Donald Trump had a lot of beef with Omarosa.
Yeah, I've been seeing on the Daily Show.
Yeah,
Daily Show,
yeah.
I've seen a
So
lot of reports about that.
yeah, so for those not familiar, Omarosa, she was one of like the more famous guests back when Trump was a reality TV show host or not host, but you know he was on a reality TV show, The Apprentice, and basically basically they became good friends off of that show, and she began working with him once he became president. So they had a fallout while they had a fallout during his term, and Omarosa has threatened she's writing a book where she claims Donald Trump has called her the N word during the Apprentice outtakes. Um, Donald Trump, he's really upset about this book. Like, I don't know if y'all seen his tweets, but he's called her like crazed, a lowlife, a dog on Twitter. Um, and he like she has him triggered. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so what do you guys think about? I guess him calling her a dog and like all this outrage he has at her over a book and and she also has a alleged video evidence of him saying other stuff, which I guess he's not a fan of.
I remember on the Daily Show when they had when they were discussing this, they had some audio recordings of like the moment she got fired, which was she didn't get fired by Trump exactly. She got fired by one of his staff,
Oh, okay.
one of his or something, and like and then like there was another audio recording where Omarosa confronted Trump about that, and he acted all like, "Please, I'm so sad to see you leave." Like, so it's confusing. I just think like Trump just doesn't say can't show face to like any problem that's been posted, any like question to his credibility. Um, but you know, Omarosa, I think she was just. I also think that Omarosa was a little bit late to the wagon, you know, because like we've been knowing things about Trump. Like he's blatantly said stuff, racist stuff,
Yeah.
and it's just like yeah, it's cool what she's doing. Like, yeah, another player on the team, but it's like you're a little late to the party.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think she's definitely just doing this for her own benefit. Like she knew all like she said, she knew this stuff since The Apprentice, but she still, teamed up with him, was buddy with them. And now that she got fired, she just wants revenge. So I don't really care for her, but and like you said, it's kind of late to the party. Like it's not really anything new.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we all knew Trump's he's a lunatic with, and he's probably said like racist stuff before. So I mean, it's cool.
Does it hurt to have next to hand? But it's like, now that the book is out, like we have a real like sneak peek into stuff. I guess that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's
kind of on the daily
to see Trump like in his feelings now. He's like calling her all these names. He's mad. But yeah, it's kind of funny.
I want to see how far he'll go.
Huh?
I want to see how far he'll go. Like I just want to wake up one morning and I see a tweet where he calls her like a nigger or something like.
There are rumors that there is a tape going around, that there is a tape with him saying that word.
Really?
There are rumors about it, but nothing's ever come out. Honestly, I think like if that were to come out, I think it would just be redundant and just be like playing over the same thing like we know. We'd just be saying the same stuff we already know. It's like it'd be wild and be kind of really entertaining. I would laugh my ass off, but like at the same time, it's nothing new. Like,
right.
Danny, did you see the video that she had of Trump on the Daily Show?
She had a Trump on the Daily Show. I did not.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, I didn't see it either. But I heard like there was a video where like I guess she was talking to Trump or something.
I have to look that up. But yeah, this whole thing is just it's just really funny. It's just
yeah,
like shade, but shade for the wrong reasons.
yeah. Like, yeah, people haven't liked Omarosa for a while too. So like now she's trying to come back. She's trying to come back to the black congregation. It was like, nah, we traded you. We traded you for Eminem a while ago.
That's crazy.
All right, so I want to get to the main topic. I've been wanting to talk about this. Nicki Minaj and Safari.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. First of all, did y'all listen to her album? And if you did, what'd you think?
I heard Barbie Dreams, and that song had me geeked. Like that song.
Oh yeah.
Like she called out every single rapper. Like what she said about
Meek
Mill, the line about Meek Mill, that killed me.
Yeah. That line had me dead. Yeah.
The Young Thug one was funny too.
Yeah. The Drake one.
It was hilarious. Like I've heard snippets of the tracks, but like definitely like I had to stop on Barbie Dreams because I was just too much like I was too much heat. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Apparently, like it wasn't like she wasn't really like seriously taking shots. She said she was like joking around or whatever, and it wasn't to be taken serious.
And she shouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now I don't take that track seriously anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, it was just like you're kind of just doing that for clout or something. I don't know. Like she should just like let people wonder why she was doing that.
Yeah.
Now it's not as hot to me anymore.
True.
But what did y'all think of the album as a whole?
I thought it was like average. I didn't think it was like anything special. I like the one track with Sway Lee. I like Barbie Dreams. There was like probably 2 or 3 more that I thought were pretty good. I mean, besides that, it wasn't her best. Like I wasn't like super impressed by it.
Right.
I didn't really hear the album in its entirety. However, like the only track that really stood out was again Barbie Dreams. Which I mean, the album itself, like the concept is pretty nice, like the self confidence and everything, like the positive body image and everything. Like I mess with it, but I don't think we've ever heard anything like. I don't think we were hearing anything spit like out of the box from Nicki.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
I was gonna ask, like, y'all both rap. Do y'all like, what do y'all think of Nicki as an MC?
I feel like she's like the best female rapper out right now. Like I feel like she's the queen of rap, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, not like okay, not I wouldn't maybe not the best female rapper, but definitely the queen of rap right now because I think there's more talented uh women rappers out, but they're just not as popular. They don't have as much clout. But I feel like she's like definitely the queen of rap. It's like she has the talent. She has like that platform. Like she's really at the top. She's up there with the like she's with as far as she's like with Drake and Lil Wayne, like with Young Money. I feel like she has that popularity and that just makes her the queen of rap to me. I feel like she's way better than Cardi B. Who else is out? Who else is a good woman rapper?
The only other relevant women rapper, the only other rappers that are women are pretty much underground, I think. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, Rhapsody pretty up there. Rhapsody's pretty
Right.
up.
Yeah. I was gonna say Rhapsody, but
She's not really out there. She's not really like popping like that.
You're right.
But yeah, she's definitely really good. Like I was gonna say her, like she's more talented than Nicki. But yeah, no, a lot of people don't really know about Rhapsody like that or listen to her.
Yeah. I mean, where she stands for me in the rap game, like I would say she's definitely top tier, like for sure. Like she's figured out the formula. She's like she in, like she's on the throne. Of course, I would also say that there are a lot of women with a lot more, like with like their weapons loaded, so to speak, like ready to come after that spot, and like people like Blimes Brixton, Gifted Gab, Rhapsody, like I feel like the light should be shined a bit more on them. But I mean, I guess it's just all a matter of clout, and I guess that's where Nicki has them, beat. She has all these like these young girls and teenagers on her side, on top of the older demographic. So I think that's where like the difference is.
Yeah, I was also gonna throw Bad Baby in there. You know, probably the next queen of New York. But me personally, I'm not really a Nicki Minaj fan. She kind of annoys me actually. Yeah, but that's just me. But yeah, so Nicki Minaj and Safari had beef, and it lit up all of Twitter earlier this week. So basically, it kind of started with Nicki Minaj. She was on Funk Flex, and Funk Flex, if you watch his interviews, you know he likes to instigate. You know, well, that's pretty much all radio hosts, but they like to instigate and move conversations certain ways for the views and everything. And so he basically kind of brought up the whole, oh, do you write your own lyrics thing? Because it was alleged that Safari wrote her lyrics before they broke up or whatever. And so like she heard that, she got in her feelings. She got really mad and basically like said like he manipulated the world, saying that he wrote my lyrics and you know the only reason he did that because he was hurting inside because he shitted on me and finally got shitted on. Like, yeah, so she just like went off on Safari and whatever. And so Safari, he got up on Twitter and just started posting these essay long tweets on Twitter, talking about I don't even talk about you anymore. Um, you still have a lot of hate for me. You hold on to everything. And so like they just started sending shots at each other. Like apparently she stabbed him one time. He got taken to the hospital and he he claimed that he just tried to kill himself just to like protect her. She called apparently he also he paid for his hairline or something. Like what?
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Y'all hear that?
He said he paid for his hairline?
Yeah, apparently him and she, you know how messy she is? She threw Tyga in there too, talking about you and Tyga had the same doctor for your hairline, but Tyga shit ain't falling out, so why is yours? She also accused him of stealing her credit card and paying for prostitutes. Like,
I saw that snippet. Yeah. On place. That was crazy.
Yeah, so she just went in, and it's kind of like Nicki, like what's going on? Why are you like you did the absolute most today or that day, and it's kind for me is why I don't place her on because I feel like as far as like female artists, well no for all artists there's a tier, but like for female artists I put like Beyonce and Rihanna on somewhat the same level, and people want to, huh?
No, I'm saying like I agree with that, but I thought we were talking about rappers.
No, I'm just talking about artists in general because like people like to say Nicki's on that Beyonce and Rihanna level. I'm just like nah, like Beyonce and Rihanna would never do something like this.
One second.
yeah. But yeah, I was just saying like Beyonce and Rihanna, they would never just start airing out all their dirty laundry on Twitter and interviews and just like acting a fool. Like Beyonce and Rihanna, they kind of conduct themselves as like above people. Like I'm not gonna talk to you plebeians, like
yeah.
I think we're getting close to the end of Nicki's line, to be honest, because I feel like I really think the key to her longevity in the game is if her music matures with her. Yeah, Barbie Dreams was cool and it was hilarious and like entertaining, but at the same time, she a grown woman. Like you can't always be talking about these dudes you want to have sex with all the time, or how these rappers is your sons or whatever. And like doing all these, like I mean, she can still do the voices, but like I mean, doing all these crazy antics. Like the music has to be a reflection of you, and I feel like that's where she's reached, and that's where she's lacking, and like she's kind of like reaching a breaking point, I think. And I just think we're seeing that like develop, like unfold. That's what we're seeing now.
Yeah, 100. Because she, like, I think she's in her 30s, right?
Yeah.
So
she's in what?
She's in her 30s.
Oh yeah.
Like she talk. I mean, it's like, what kind of rapper do you want to be, Nicki? Like, you can be like, I guess a trap rapper where you talk about the same things on all your songs and still be somewhat successful. But you talking about you're the queen, you one of the great, you're one of the best female rappers of all time. Like, but you rap about the same things. There's no maturation of your content. There's no like you can flow, you can spit, but it's like I don't know. Like you said, like there needs to be like talk about something else in your music, and because she didn't even do good on her sale. Well, I think she did all right, but like, so Travis Scott sold like I think 500,000 his first week or whatever, and then this week he still sold more. This week is Nicki's opening week, and he still sold more than her in his second week.
Wow.
So I don't know. I think like what you said, Danny. Like she's starting to maybe fall off. Like this might be like this might be the fall off for her.
It might. I mean, unless she changes something up in her strategy book. But like, I feel I'm gonna go back to that comparison of Astroworld and Queen. I feel like people really gravitate towards Travis Scott's music and projects because he always comes with something fresh. Maybe even not with lyricism, but it's always something fresh with sound.
Yeah. Production.
Yeah.
A1.
A1. And then like with Nicki, you know she can rap her butt off, but it's like nobody's really sure as to what they can gain from a Nicki project.
Right.
Like what can come or what they leave like what they'll take with it once after they listen. So
yeah,
I just think that's another like discrepancy that like she should work on. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because it's like with Astroworld, with Travis Scott, each project that he's put out, in my opinion, kind of had like it had a Travis Scott sound, but it also kind of had like a unique sound for each project he put out. And like his lyrics they're trash, but like he's not doing it for the lyrics. He's doing it for that sound, that production quality or whatever. So it's like every time you listen to a project of his, it's like enjoyable. But like Nicki Minaj, what are you trying to accomplish? You just want another radio hit? Like you just want, I don't know. It's like what you're putting out is not gonna stand the test of time and be listened to, again and again.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like with Travis Scott, people go to him for like atmosphere, and like there are various other artists that people can go through for some dope lyrics at any point. And yeah, just like I don't think Nicki really has any direction into where she wants to go. She's a dope MC. She can spit, no lie. Put her in a cipher, she'll kill all these people. But like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, she just has no direction. That's what I feel.
But if you look at, that's a good point. Like she's kind of like saying the same things over and over in her projects. Like honestly, in today's rap game, if you look at half of the rappers that are out right now, like half of them are just putting out the same stuff over and over, like just trap beats, talking about money, drugs, women, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like repetitive. So I feel like Nicki, I feel like she won't fall off if she keeps talking about the same stuff. Like I feel like she'll always, like at least for a little longer, like she'll still be on top.
But okay, so my whole point is that like, yeah, those rappers who rap over the trap beats or whatever talk about the same money, drugs, cars, hoes, all that. Like, yeah, no, they're successful, and Nicki can. It's like she can follow that if she wants, but like those people, they're not gonna. They're only gonna reach a certain level, Like you wouldn't say like, I don't know, you wouldn't say like Migos are on Kendrick Lamar's level, right?
Nah.
God.
Right. So like,
I mean, Migos are like they're on top of that, like trap. They're on top of that game, like the trap rapping,
right?
Stuff.
But they're not gonna go any higher.
Stuff since like 2011.
Like they only got that high because of, I don't want to say just because of, but like when Childish Gambino threw them that alley-oop at that awards show, like that really helped them. But like I feel like they've reached like the peak of what they can be.
That's true.
And I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to feel like, yeah, Nicki won't necessarily fall off, but she won't. She's out. I feel like she's at her peak at least right now, and especially with her rapping style too. Like her rap, like the way she raps is not gonna be. I don't know, because we all know like lyrical or like bars aren't really as valued today in like in mainstream hip hop anymore. So she might just fall off if like she doesn't like I don't know get creative because she could potentially ascend to that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole level if she puts out like a concept album maybe or I don't know, but it's like you keep putting out the same stuff, you're just gonna stay the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't be stagnant in this thing.
Right.
Stagnant, people start to expect what you're doing. Like you become predictable, and that's never any fun.
Mm-hmm.
People always look for their artists to like have a fresh to like either either to like guide them, show them like where they can go if they want to, an escape, or maybe just to like vent. They want to feel relatable to it because her fan base is growing also. Because I remember when she was on Young Money way back in the day. I first heard her on that Young Money collaboration with Young Lloyd, Gutta, Lil Wayne, and Drake. All of them.
Yeah.
I was like, that was like my first time hearing like well, I don't know who else, but like in the early 2000s, that was like my first time hearing like a major, like a female rapper on some major label type stuff, on some mainstream stuff, and I was like, this is really cool. But like now it's kind of the magic is faded.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like it's kind of just like the same stuff, and we need something new because the people's attention span, especially nowadays, is like it's quick. Like if you're not entertaining me right now, on to the next. And I also wanted to talk about. So I don't know if people like really overlook this, but I'm not seeing the same outrage I feel like we would see if it were flipped. But like Safari claimed that Nicki Minaj stabbed him.
Mm-hmm.
Over like I guess a domestic dispute. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I don't know all the details, but like can you imagine if like I guess like a man did the same, like if he did the same thing to her, like if the roles were reversed?
Yeah, it would be like a way bigger outrage. It would be like Safari would be canceled, all that stuff. Like people would hate him. And like I feel like it's not taken as seriously because she did it to him because like he's a man, she's a woman. So he's supposed to be tough, right? That's not supposed to be a big deal.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody can get the drop on you, I guess. I mean, if that's true, if that is true, there's obviously should be some repercussions, but I'm sure this happened like years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like years ago. I mean, it's a weird thing because like it goes back. Like people don't expect men to be vulnerable in any way,
Right.
Like stereotypically, and it's just it's a weird like dynamic that we have in our society. Like it's so weird. Like
Yeah, men are supposed to be emotionless or whatever, and we're not supposed to get bothered by stuff. But the only reason I really brought it up was because, like, all right, so Nicki Minaj's brother, he's a pedophile. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I think I read somewhere that like she like bailed him out. I don't know. But anyway, he's a pedophile. And then she did a song with 6ix9ine. He's an alleged pedophile. She committed, you know, domestic violence allegedly. So all I'm saying is like, I remember when people were crucifying triple or XXX Tentacion when he died, you know, saying like, oh, you know, I don't really care if he died. He was a piece of trash, blah blah blah. Over his like domestic violence and his issues. It's like all this stuff that Nicki Minaj is doing, you know, like doing a song with an alleged pedophile, uh, helping out your brother who's a pedophile, a convicted pedophile. You know, now it's coming out that you you stabbed this man a long time ago because y'all got into like some sort of fight or whatever. I don't know, but it just seems like a double standard. Like there should be some like y'all should be canceling Nicki
Right.
based off the strength of this stuff because that's how y'all have that same energy for when you know the same thing happens with a man or whatever.
That's why it's hard for like men to come forward with any type of abuse story or like anything that happened to them because everybody looks at them with even more scrutiny. Like, are you serious? Like sometimes even more than women. Not saying that women have it hard. I mean, this has been like the stuff that be happening to women on a daily. Like I've had friends who were victims of such things, and it's just and I've seen the effects of it. It's heartbreaking, you know. But like in a man's case, like it's even there are even more obstacles to it because nobody even like it's not something that happens in their heads.
Right, yeah. And then men, for the most part, like we're not expected. Like if you say, oh, you know, my girl, she's been like beating me, or like I've experienced domestic violence or abuse or whatever, you know, you're gonna be kind of taking that look at as a joke, and it's not really taken seriously. So
Yeah.
that's just something that I don't know. People need to think more about. Think think more about how you treat people when they allow themselves to be vulnerable with you, and just rethink those kinds of situations.
Double standard. That was the word. Double standard. I kept trying to think of that. Double standard.
What's up?
No, because I kept trying to think of a word like it was like double something, double
Uh,
standard. There it was. There it was.
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's all the topics I got today. Yeah, unless y'all have any y'all want to bring up.
Okay. I don't really have anything.
Yeah, I mean, nothing comes to mind specifically right now.
Oh, I just noticed your shirt says "What happens on Earth stays on Earth." That's dope.
Oh yeah, my girl.
Your hat, yeah.
My hat, yeah, my girl got that for me for I think it was Valentine's Day or something.
True. That's what's up.
Yeah, surprised the hell out of me. I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what else can we talk about? What else we got on the agenda?
I feel like if I want to find a topic to talk about, I'll just go on Twitter and see what's trending.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, here's an interesting one. What's an album that you can say that really changed your life?
An album?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anybody aware that you heard that like instantly like you
Mm,
it was that good?
An album that changed my life.
that's tough.
I would say there's I feel like there's a lot for me. Like
That changed your life?
not,
I feel
okay,
like
not,
those
not
strong
that,
words
okay, not that really changed my life, but
that affected your life.
that
Oh,
affected my life and kind of like affected how I look at music, which is a big part of my life.
that's true.
So I guess like the first one like that would probably be um what was it? Food and Liquor by Lupe Fiasco.
Oh,
Because
that's a good one.
that's like the first that's like the first like rap album. Like Lupe Fiasco was like really the first rapper I listened to.
Mm,
And that album like it made me like kind of want to rap because I remember when I was in fifth grade, that song Kick Push, I like remade that song and like wrote my own version of it, except with basketball. And I performed it like in front of my class and everything for like this poetry slam type thing. It was pretty cool and like that made me like want to start like writing poetry and like rapping in front of my classmates and things like that. But then let me see another one, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. Like
Whew.
that one, that album, that changed like that honestly changed the way I see albums like in general because that album like it's like a story to it.
yeah,
Like it's like he has like the cut scenes or like the what do you call it, the interludes where he has the skits, and it's like there's a story to this album. Like every song, not every song plays into the story, but like every song on that album was really good. And then like some of the songs they play into the story of the album and like just the concept of everything. And like that was like the first time I heard anything like that. Like I used to think that albums were just like an artist just makes a bunch of songs and then puts it on an album and then releases the album, makes money. But then that album changed the way I see albums. And like that was like the first like concept album I ever listened to.
yeah,
And like that honestly like made me love Kendrick Lamar for one. And then it made me like appreciate the art form of like rap itself a lot more than I did before.
true.
Like
And there's like
that I would say for myself. I mean, the first artist I ever started listening to, I've heard it like back in my younger days. Like I heard hip hop, but it was always on the radio, and I never paid too much attention. I was too young. But then, like, first artist I really listened to, like, was Eminem, and
mhm,
like I had um, like the Eminem Show.
mhm,
Oh, true.
That that album, let me tell you.
Because that's just like a wacky kind of album too.
Exactly. It was just all types of button pushing, just controversy,
Yeah,
scandalousness, the skits, the concept. I was just with that album, I was just bombarded with like everything I felt that a rapper should have. And I
mhm,
was just and it was crazy. And then that inspired me to write. And then later on in high school, like I for a project, they said they were like, you can either make a song about this book or you can do whatever. Me and my friends chose to make a song, and I rapped it in front of the class, and like, oh, everybody was like clapping me up and like saying that shit was dope, and it was like, you know what, I could do this.
yeah.
Like that, I guess would qualify as like a life changing album for me, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I always say, I would say I got two. So for on one end of the spectrum, it would be Illmatic. That's
mhm,
like my favorite. Well, it's tied with Illmatic and It Was Written are like my two favorite Nas albums, but Illmatic changed my life because I remember like when I was younger, I always used to listen to it, but like never really pay attention. And then one time, like I was just like going through something tough, and I was listening to Illmatic, and like just listen to how gritty it is, how New York it is, how like all that, all the slang and just like everything he said in that album was just like real to me, and just like I don't know, I felt better after listening to that album. I felt like I could do anything. And I just really like how like his rhyme schemes on that album and how he flowed and just like the slang, like everything about the album. I love it. Then on the other end of the spectrum, I would say Late Registration.
I thought you would say Kanye album.
Yeah, Kanye. Because I just whenever I was down, like especially in high school, whenever I was down, just if I was driving to school, just throwing Late Registration, and I would just feel better. Like it's just like such a good produced album. Like the samples he used were all like just soulful and great, and like Kanye's bars are hilarious to me too. But yeah, those are mine.
Yeah, those are good ones. All classics.
Yeah, for real.
What would y'all say are your top 5 favorite albums?
Top 5 favorite albums?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta think about this a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't put them in no particular order, to be honest.
Yeah, no particular order.
That's 5. Jeez. There's been okay. Obviously, the Eminem show, because I just listed that. But another great one that really influenced me was Apocalypse.
Okay.
Ready to Die. Ricky in the City.
Okay.
And I got I don't know what. Forest Hills Drive.
What you said?
Forest Hills Drive, J. Cole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of my favorite J. Cole albums.
Yeah, that really like put J. Cole on the map, and I was like that really marked a transition, a really big transition for him as an artist.
For real.
This is dope. This is dope. What's your hobby?
For me, I would say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye.
Oof.
Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. That's my favorite Eminem album of all time. I feel like that's when Eminem is like at his absolute best.
Yeah.
And then Good Kid, Mad City, obviously. Other. Honestly, I might throw in Take Care by Drake.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's a really good album. Actually, I don't know. I might have to. I'll think about that one. That'll probably be number 6.
Nah, if that's on your top 5, that's on you. I'm not gonna say anything.
No, but I mean, I feel like it's more albums that I would like a lot more than that. But I really like, what is it? I want to like combine 2 albums into one because they're like the same artist, but I'll say Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
But basically, like that whole like anthology album, like their greatest hits album, that's mainly what I listen to the most from them. But yeah, I like those a lot, and I know like almost every song word for word. Um, hmm. And I would have to say Food and Liquor by Lupe. And then yeah, I'll say Take Care is number 6. But then like I don't know, there's Illmatic too that I like. Illmatic is like amazing to me. Uh
So much music, bro.
so many albums, like I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to put 5.
Yeah.
All right, for me, I would say Illmatic, Late Registration, uh, Food by MF Doom.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love that album. Um, shoot, shoot. I kind of want to throw Lupe in there, but like Lupe makes me so mad that I don't want to put him in there.
Why? Wait, why?
Cut, bro. His you check out his last couple albums. It's just been like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah. Apparently he's dropping a new album.
And then if you follow him on Instagram, you see him like with a a samurai blade and a whole like in a whole samurai costume get up. It's just like, what are you doing, bro? Like, make some music. Dang. All right, so I said Illmatic, MF or Food, Late Registration. I guess I'll put Food and Liquor. And I kind of want to say either Damn or
Damn is dope.
I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I can't put my finger on who it is.
You'll always end up missing somebody.
Yeah.
Like really though. And I just looked at Lupe Fiasco's page on IG. Yeah, you're right. He's right.
You see what I mean?
Bringing a samurai sword around like he's Samurai Jack. Like I'm weirded out. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't hate on him. He's living his best life, but come on, son.
One more. I want to ask a question. Where do y'all stand on Russ in hip hop?
I've never listened to an actual Russ song, but I've just heard like I know he's hated on. Like people don't mess with him.
Yeah, he's hated. People hate him because he's super arrogant. Like he's extremely cocky.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like he just calls it confidence, but like he's just cocky. Like he's really cocky. If you like look at his interviews, like he thinks he's like the shit. And I mean like he's a talented rapper. Like he's a real artist. Like he can rap. He makes his own beats too, I believe. So I don't know too many of his songs, but I know a few of his songs. Like they're pretty good. Like I actually like them. But he's just annoying. Like people don't like him because he's cocky. Like honestly, I don't care. Like I really don't care because I don't listen to him like that. But he can rap. Yeah, I just don't pay attention too much to him.
Yeah, I just saw because I was on Instagram earlier and I saw that he like posted a video of like him previewing a new song, and like the song sounded kind of good to me, but like yeah, it did sound kind of cocky at the same time. But people really don't like him because of he's cocky. Like what rapper isn't cocky?
He's like not even like.
It's just like a thing now.
Yeah, like it's not even like how Kanye's cocky, but like I don't know, it's kind of funny like the way Kanye is with his cockiness. Like oh, his is
like
just
ridiculous cocky that Kanye.
Yeah, like but his cocky is just like annoying. Like he kind of like downs other people to like build himself up a little bit. Like he'll say stuff like Like, oh, you're just mad because you're not on my level, or like you like I, I could never understand how people keep doing the same stuff. Like I'm out here making moves, like I'm doing me, blah blah. Like it's just like I don't know, it's just annoying to me.
Say stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, musically, to me, I mean, the dude is talented. Like I've heard his songs, Young God, Too Many, like even some of his latest stuff. Like he's musically, he's there.
Yeah,
Like musically, he's there. Like he's really good. It's just the fact that his personality and his antics on in the media,
yeah,
and like in his interviews and stuff, and it's just like some people don't. I guess some people just find that gap and they just can't really relate to do. Maybe
yeah.
it's because he's making these moves, but I don't really know. I don't hate dude. He,
Mm-hmm.
he makes some good songs here and there, so I'm fine with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you're actually Danny. You actually put me onto him. Like I remember when you showed me like a few songs by him like a few years ago. Like you're actually the one that put me onto him. Like I liked him. Like I liked the songs that you showed me. Like I thought they were really good. And I was like, damn, like why is this guy not more popular? And like now that he's gotten more popular, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's annoying. But like,
Yeah, it's real. But he be touring. He be making his money. But
yeah, he does.
Well, how come I don't hear him on the radio? Like, is he on the radio? Like, is he popular?
I don't know if you might have heard a song by him. He has a song called "What They Want." It's like what they want, what they want, what
Oh
they want.
yeah.
Yeah. But he probably has like another song on the radio too, right? I don't know.
he probably does. I don't really be on radio no more since one, I don't have a car. So I just don't be. I don't really be on radio, and like, nobody really puts him on that in that spot. Like, yo, this is hot. Like, you should listen to this. Like, it's all like I'm gonna give it to him. Like, to some extent, like he really, like he said this in a song one time. He really is like a DIY pioneer, like in a sense. Like he really does all this stuff like by himself.
Right.
I mean, obviously he has people for promotion and everything, but like all of his like stuff, like touring and everything, I feel like he does it all by himself. And it was like for where he's at, I feel like it's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, like I respect him like for that. I respect his grind and all that, but at the same time, like he's just super like that's made him his success he's gotten. It's like give him such a huge head. Like you should watch his interviews, and these like you'll hear like you'll understand like how he thinks so highly of himself.
But does he have a right to think so highly of himself if he does everything by himself?
I mean,
if he's doing both the production work and writing his own lyrics in an environment where, you know, an artist doesn't only a lot of artists don't even write their own lyrics, and you know they're just pretty much just getting a beat and then reading the lyrics that they got from someone else off, and they're successful. Does he have a right to be cocky?
I mean, I guess he does, but like it's still kind of annoying though, because I look at J. Cole, like you don't see J. Cole, like J. Cole's at the top of the rap game, really. Like he produces his music, no features, he writes his own stuff. Like he's really independent, and you don't see him like acting like that. But I mean, I guess he does have a right in some sense.
J. Cole looks like a homeless man.
Way, like it's still kind of annoying.
I mean, J. Cole is the same person that be saying y'all ain't worthy to be on my shit. So it's like,
I mean, but
no, but like
J. Cole's not in your face about it.
It's in a song, like we get it. Like it's rapper stuff.
Yeah, no, that's normal though. Like in a rap song, like I can understand that. Like you're supposed to be like braggadocious, but like that J. Cole, like J. Cole doesn't carry himself that way. Like I'm better than everybody else. Like J. Cole's personality. But I don't know. I guess people just don't like Russ because he's actually like that in real life.
Oh, you're actually an asshole? Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, like I do respect his grind and his talent. Like I know it probably takes so much work to get to where he's at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. I'm not really I don't really think about it too much. I don't really care about him that much.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I haven't heard more music from him.
Mhm.
Who do y'all think is up next?
Um,
On a rap,
Yeah.
I would be remiss if I did not say us. Um,
Good
back
point.
to
Good
back.
point.
Diverse.
Y'all got any projects coming up?
We're working on music right now. Like we don't have any like specific projects that we're like going hard on working. We're just working on like making as much music as we can right now.
Yeah.
Like we want to put out a project eventually.
we're just building up the catalog right now, so we can like just be on that routine and just keep giving y'all what y'all need or what y'all want.
Yeah. But as far as who's up next, I feel like Lil Baby, Gunna, people like that. Like if you actually listen to like they're actually like really like they're good. Like Gunna's good. Like I mess with him.
Oh,
And
like the next Nas type of good.
no. Like the next Young Thug type good.
Gotcha. Oh, did y'all listen to Slime Language
No,
too?
I haven't yet.
I just dropped. I haven't got to it yet, but
Yeah, I listened to it too.
I need to do that.
I heard it was like subpar.
Same. That's what I heard.
Yo, what's up with these artists, man? They all making subpar projects.
Yeah. I mean, this summer was a good summer for music, but like,
It was a lot of music. A lot of it was good, yeah.
Yeah.
but like, yeah, some of these artists are putting out like okay albums, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I was really looking forward to Slime Language too, because
Really?
like Young Thug's like last good project was like I want to say not the Barter Six, but the album that came after that.
I would not know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
But all right, so what do y'all think is the album of the year?
KOD.
Really?
KOD for sure. And then Afterworld is second.
See, I'm gonna have to disagree with you right there.
Really?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, yo, I might. Well, all right. So I think for me, at least right now, it's a toss up between Victory Lap and Redemption. So Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle
Right.
and Redemption by J Rock.
J-Rock.
Those are both really good albums.
Yeah,
Really?
J-Rock.
I didn't even hear the Nipsey Hussle album.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle's album is good.
Really?
Yeah, and then
I'll check that out.
I like Astroworld too. I actually like that a lot.
I don't know if y'all listen to JID, like Jid.
Yeah.
Never Story is really dope too.
That came out this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it came out.
You dropped the album this year?
It was like we were still in school, Obi.
Yeah. Was it? I thought that was 2017.
Was it?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I'm about to confirm that.
JID's good though, right?
Yeah,
I think I heard him freestyle. You got some talent.
Oh no, yeah, it was 2017. My bad. But yeah, that's a dope album. But
Yeah, Denzel Curry's album.
Taboo is my
That album was good.
Oh, that's Denzel Curry?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
That's good. Okay, I'll check that out.
Taboo is my. You know, I gotta go with the home team, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the standout track on Taboo is
You got a lot of noise going on.
Yeah.
My fault. Look, what you saying? Standout track?
I said, like, the standout track on Taboo, I feel like it's Sumo. I don't know if y'all ever heard it, but
I heard Sumo. It was pretty good. I like this track. I like the track with, I forgot what it's called, but it's the one with JID in it.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's okay.
I still haven't listened to it, but I guess I gotta check it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
It's weird. It's weird that it's split into 3 discs, though.
It is?
It's a 3-disc album.
Yeah, but like each disc is like 4 or 5 tracks, so it's a standard album length. But it's like I don't know why he decided to. Okay, Sirens. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why he decided to split that up into 3 discs.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing the most.
Sure. Back to album of the year. I mean, in my opinion, I would have to go with. I don't know. I really enjoyed Daytona.
That was a good one too.
Daytona. I would have to put Daytona. Even it is short, it's really short, but like them
Oh
tracks,
yeah,
them tracks was hard.
I like Kids See Ghosts a lot too.
Kids See. Is that the Cuddy one?
Yeah, Cudi and Kanye.
Yeah, yeah. The Kanye produced albums were really good for the most part. I only liked a couple songs off of Ye, but for the most part, yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah,
How y'all feel about Nas album?
I liked it pretty good. I think
I didn't really like it.
it was like that one song, Adam and Eve. I liked that a lot. That was probably the best song. And then I liked Cop Shot the Kid. And then
Yeah,
I think the intro track was pretty good too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the one that really caught my eye on that album was like was Not for Radio, which was the first track. Yeah.
Hmm.
The rest of it, like I feel that for it being on a Nas album, I really didn't feel like it was like up there.
right. Yeah, I feel like Nas has fallen off.
Well, like, I didn't really expect too much from him. Like in 2018, I just thought it was pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's just I don't know. I expected more like being a Kanye produced album.
Oh, true.
Like I just wanted like it should have at least sounded good, but I only like two of the like maybe one or two of the songs off of it.
It was nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just hear a Nas album in 2018.
Right.
I never thought we'd see that, to be honest.
Right. This dude gotta be like 40 something. Still make but all right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. People watching, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe. You know, feel free to share and comment on this video too. And thanks for joining us. It's Ebb and Flow, and you already know. Peace.
All right, man. Deuces. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Peace out, y'all.